I'm live. I am live. Let's go here. Gary. Mail. Untitled California link. Control V. Why? Why? Share. Copy. Copy to clipboard. Paste. Okay, and then we're going to send this to our peeps, which is all right. Tonight we're inviting Hotel California, Elizabeth, Francis, Christy, Christine, Tom, Bill, Laura, Elaine, Mike, Jenny, and Linda. All right, off it goes. All right, everybody's been invited. Close this. We'll post it on the site. Geo. Again. Let's edit this page. Hotel California, link to join. Hotel California. Link. Enter. Edit. Settings. Open a new window. Update. Control X. Update. I need a new window. So that opens up fine. And it does. And then let's go to nobody's logged in yet. Everybody's finishing dinner. I don't know if the sound is good. Go to here and then edit. And then Control V, delete, highlight that orange. Update. Okay. It is Thursday night, right? Okay. All right, here everybody's got it now. Set up here. What's the hell's the? There we go. That should do that. Just a little bit. So we're just a little bit. How about that? That's too low. Greetings, Earthlings. How about that? Should put on a better shirt. I think I'm going to go put on a different shirt. Move this up closer. Get all this rattling done before people log in. And I'm going to go grab a different shirt. Nobody's logged in yet. Probably a good thing. All right. There's that. 757. Nobody's up. Guitar. Hotel California. Everybody forget. My foot pedal. Yeah. Still nobody. Am I? No, I know it works. I already checked it. Okay, that's good. I'm a little orange tonight. Let's see if I can get this to connect. There we go. It's connected. Oh. Pele, aloha. You're the first one in, Pele. You're hooked up the chat and you have solved all of your technological challenges. Let me know if you can hear me fine. Hoping the sound is good. And then I'm hoping I can play the song tonight. This is a toughie. Four, 6, 6, 7. 4, 6, 6, 7. It's 8 o'clock. People are yelling outside the apartment. So that means we'll wait a couple more minutes and then we'll get started. But please let me know if the sound is good. I'm assuming you can hear me okay. B minor. Let's see. Hello, Elizabeth. Let's see. The sound is good. I've misplaced my page 2. So I have to go and print it. All right, run off and go get that printed, Bailey. I'll wait a couple minutes. Elizabeth, sounding okay, I hope. And let's see. Sounding and looking fine, I hope. A little bit out of center there. Let's do a little more close to center. Try to keep the music stand out of the way. We'll see. Let's see. Bill made it in. Right on. Awesome. I'm taking just a few minutes to look things over here. We'll start in about four minutes or so. What time is it? 8:03. What is it? 8:03 already? Now we'll start in a couple minutes. How about that? Bailey's reprinting her page 2. And then the Hotel California segment. Right with a ring there. Yeah. All right. Bailey, if you get back, let us know. Otherwise, I think we'll get started here in a minute. Still have that one place that I cannot figure out the fingering to at all. And I guess I'm not going to worry about it, right? We just have one moment where it doesn't make any sense. All right, we've got a couple others that wandered in. Somebody wandered in and wandered right back out. It's sometimes hard to hold on to these broadcasts. All right. Well, so we'll go with who we got, right? And you guys will walk along through this with me. The first thing I want to do is just run through the chords again, play it by chord. And if you want to, if you're like, nope, I know I have the chords, or if you know, hey, I'm not playing the chords. Either way, if you want to play the melody while I run through some of the chords and just make sure the chord people are all groovy with them, I'd like to walk through the whole song, make sure we know what we're doing chord wise, and then I want to make sure, as I'm looking through this, that there are no places where clearly goof ups, right? Like things that I should have known better type thing. All right, Bailey's got page 2. Okay, so let's walk through it. The intro, guys, as far as I can tell, you have to memorize it. I don't know any other way to pull that off. And the other thing I'm noticing on the intro is that I need time between each place to, because you're on low chords, then way up high chords. And so whenever you have that, you basically have to memorize it. I do not have the intro memorized yet. And so we will go back and we will play through it. But in terms of playing it well tonight, probably not going to happen at all. And that's okay. So let's go to measure 9. And let's talk about B minor, right? It's a bar chord on 2, and then your A minor shape in front. So you basically take your A minor with your middle ring and pinky, slide that up, and then put the bar on 2. And that's the main chord throughout the whole entire piece. Okay, so on a dark desert highway. That's just, I think that's just something easy strumming wise. If you decide you want to strum and sing it, that's perfectly like nothing. Don't do anything fancy. That just works. On a dark desert highway, bum bum bum. Then you're gonna go to your F sharp. I notated it on Tough Uke throughout with just, those of you guys with some ukulele background, that's your B flat shape, but on 2. Okay, on the chord itself is a real full bar chord, so you also can play it that way. Probably should play it that way. Give you a few extra notes down below to go that F sharp. Cool wind in my, and then lose your pinky hair. That gets the 7th sound. Go to your A chord. Warm smell of colitas. 2, 3, back to, or not back to E. Rising up through the air. 3, 4, G chord. 1, up ahead in the distance. 3, 4, D chord. I saw a shimmering light. 2, 3, back to E minor. My head grew heavy and my sights grew dim. F sharp. I had to stop for the night. 3, back to B minor. There she stood in the doorway. 3, 4, F sharp. I heard the mission bell. Lose your pinky, ring. 2, 3, 4, A chord. And I was thinking to myself, this could be heaven or this could be hell. 3, 4, G chord. Then she lit up the candle. 3, 4, D chord. And she showed me the way. 2, 3, 4, 1. There were voices down the corridor. F sharp. I thought I heard them say. Okay, and that's the whole beginning part. If you can hack your way through that, you're in great shape, right? That's all of the chords you're going to find in the entire piece. And I think clearly the hard part is getting from B minor to the F sharp. And it's the same shape, just on different strings, right? And you're barring the whole time. Da 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 da, bum ba da bum. And then when you have the F7 show up, just take your pinky off. Get that little bit of a tension in there. Okay, let's go on to measure 41, and that's the chorus. Okay. The other nice thing about this, in most measures, when there's a chord switch, you got to rest at the beginning of the measure, so it makes it a little bit nicer. Okay. From 41, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Welcome to the Hotel California. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. Such a lovely place, such a lovely place. B minor. Such a lovely face. 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. There's plenty of room at the Hotel California. 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. Any time of year, any time of year, you can find it here. 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, there's a typo there. It should say 2, number 89 on the second pass. So we're just now going past it on the first pass, so we don't do anything right now, right? So you're coming through 56. Whatever it said before, 2, number 81, it should say 2, number 89. That should be your note right there. 2, number 89, second time through. This is just the first time through, so we can ignore it. And we go on to 57. So 57 goes back into the verse feeling. So we're going to do verse 2, which feels like verse 3 and 4 already, but it's really verse 2. Okay, so 57, get your B minor on. 1, 2, 3, 4. Her mind is Tiffany twisted. 3, 4, F sharp. She got her Mercedes Benz. 3, 4, A. She got a lot of pretty boys, E, that she calls friends. 3, 4, G. How they dance in the courtyard. 3, 4, D. Sweet summer sweat. 2, 3, 4, 1. Some dance to remember. 3, 4. Some dance to forget. 2, 3. Back to B minor. So I called up the captain. 3, 4, 1. Please bring me my wine. 2, 3, A chord. We haven't had that spirit here since 1969. 3, 4, G chord. And still those voices are calling from D chord 5. Away. 2, 3, 4, E minor. Wake you up in the middle of the night. 3, 4, F sharp. I blew it. Just to hear them say 2, 3, 4. Your note here should say, instead of 2, number 33, it should say 2, number 41. So now let's back all the way back up. Okay, go to measure 41. That's on page 3, guys. And all night tonight, we're going to be taking time to turn pages. So don't freak out about turning pages. Okay, go to page 3. Get your G chord on. And let's play that chorus again. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Welcome to the Hotel California. 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. Such a lovely place, such a lovely place, such a lovely face. 4, 1, 2, 3. There's plenty of room at the Hotel California. 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. Any time of year, any time of year, you can find it here. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then now we're going to jump to 89. So let's jump up there. That is on page 6. So jump to page 6. Okay. Find 89, get your B minor on. You just left F7, so just drop everybody down to B minor. 89, 1, 2, 3, 4. Mirrors on the ceiling, 3, 4. Pink champagne on ice, 2, 3. A chord. We are all just prisoners here of our own device, 2, 3. G chord. In the master's chambers, 3, 4. They gathered for the feast, 2, 3, 4. They stab it with their steely knives, but they just can't kill the beast, 2, 3, 4. Last thing I remember, I was running for the door, 2, 3, 4. I had to find the passage back to the place I was before, 3, 4. My like 7 night man, we are programmed to receive, 2, 3, 4. Which you can check out anytime you like, but you can never leave, 2, 3, 4. And then you go from there. Here's your moment, right? You got to get from that chord, which is hard enough, boom, 10, 11, and 12. Okay, so that's how quickly you got to get from one to the other. So that's what you're after. Okay, so now let's walk through the outro. 10. So how I'm thinking of it is get my 10 onto number 1, and then 11 and 12 just they're in that D minor shape. They're just that pretty straightforward, pretty easy to hold, to be honest. Okay, and then I want to make sure my pinky's available because he's going to have to hit this 12, right? Okay. Let's go through it real slow. That shape, do those 3 times. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Index finger back to 9, ring finger back to 11. 2, 3, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Pinky 12, 2, 3. Grab your D shape on 9. D shape on 9. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 9, 10, 9. Again, index finger back to 7. These two guys will stay on 9. Pinky finger on 10. 2, 3, 7, 8, 7. That's again that D shape on 7. Index finger back to 5, and then these two both on 7. 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and then 8. And then you're going to do that D minor shape on 3. So it's index, middle up on 4 of the 3rd string, and then ring on 5 of the 2nd string. Go. Bum, 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 bum. And now you're going to go back up to 6, 7, 6, D shape on 6. A little bit of a reach to hit 9 with your pinky. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, however many you need to get to the B minor at the end of the song, and strum. And then just let it ring out. Okay, I did write on there that you can hit that too, but I don't think you should do that. I think just cross off 34. I think it sounds silly. So that's how the music flows. Hopefully that's making some sense to you. I'd like to go ahead and sing it one more time. I know my singing is brutal, but I think getting those chords on, you can see every single chord has two measures. So you got a little while to get them on and get them straight. And they are fairly repetitive. So we get to do them a lot in the piece. And the main thing, I think, those of you guys have been around a while, clean and getting it as close to the original version as possible, trying to get those lyrics and your plucking to line up correctly. Those are sort of the main things you're looking for as a more experienced player. As a newer player, really, honestly, can I get my B minor? Can I get my F minor, F sharp minor? That move there comes up a lot in the song. It's not easy to do, right? When you're a newer player, those big old bar chords with this, and you've got to try to never, let that bar just do what it's going to do. Hang out there, get it as clean as you can, and then these guys are going to be doing all the work, but they have to do it sort of independently and not necessarily in a very comfy way for you. Okay, so I'd like to go through. We'll sing it one more time. That'll be the end of me singing, thank God, and then we will go through and start putting the tuff together. Okay. So all you guys are logging in. I know you can play the melody line, so I'm not worried about you playing the melody line. If we were in orchestra and we were sitting down and getting ready to do this, absolutely. I'd have a bunch of you playing melody, simplify your job. I'd have a bunch of you playing chords, simplify your job. We never play Tough Uke in orchestra unless you want to. Tough Uke is for you at home, and Tough Uke on this particular song is probably a year-long project, right? To get this thing really nailed in and dialed in perfectly, I would probably set aside at least 6 months on it. This is a tough song. Okay, chords only, me singing, sorry, and you doing either chords or melody, whichever you want to do. Okay. One, and we're going to start at measure 9. Okay, as I said, we'll talk about the intro here in just a minute. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. On a dark desert highway, 3, 4. Cool wind in my hair, warm smell of colitas rising up through the air. Up ahead in the distance, I saw a shimmering light. My head grew weary and my sights grew dim. I had to stop for the night. 2, 3, 4. There she stood in the doorway. I heard the mission bell ring, and I was thinking, I bet you have a page turn that you need to do. Go ahead and turn your page to page 3, and ready, 1, 2, ready, play. To myself, this could be heaven, or this could be hell. Then she lit up a candle, and she showed me the way. 2, 3, 4. There were voices down the corridor. Thought I heard them say 2, 3, 4. Welcome to the Hotel California. 4, 1, 2, 3. Such a lovely place, such a lovely place, such a lovely face. 4, 1, 2, 3. They're living it up at the Hotel California. 1, 2, 3. Any time of year, any time of year, you can find it here. 1, 2, 3, 4, D minor. Her mind is Tiffany twisted, 3, 4. Got her Mercedes Benz, 2, 3, 4. Got a lot of pretty. We have another page turn, I'm betting. Go to page 5. Take a minute to get it there. From the top of page 5, 1, 2, 3, 4. Pretty boys that she calls friends. How they dance in the courtyard, 3, 4. Sweet summer sweat, 2, 3, 4. Some dance to remember, some dance to forget, 2, 3, 4. So I called up the captain, please bring me my wine, 2, 3, 4. We haven't had that spirit here since 1969, 3, 4. And still those voices are calling from far away. Wake you up in the middle of the night just to hear them say 2, 3, 4. Let's go all the way back to measure 41 on page 3. Take a minute to go find yourself on page 3. It's going to be on that side. Okay, and here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Welcome to the Hotel California. 4, 1, 2. Such a lovely place, such a lovely place, such a, oops, sorry, B minor, lovely face. 1, 2, 3. There's plenty of room at the Hotel California. 3, 4, 1, 2. Any time of year, any time of year, you can find it here. 2, 3, 4. Let's jump up to 89. That's on page 6. This facing page, so we'll play this last Dave, and then we'll turn the page again. Okay, from 89. 1, 2, 3, 4. Mirrors on the ceiling. 3, 4. Pink champagne on ice. 8. We are all just prisoners here. I bet you have a page turn there, probably. Take a minute to get page 7 and 8 up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Of our own device. 3, 4. And in the master's chambers. 3, 4. They gathered for the feast. They stab it with their steely knives, but they just can't kill the beast. 2, 3, 1. Last thing I remember, I was running for the door. 2, 3, 4. I got to find the passage back to the place I was before. Max said the night man, we are programmed to receive. 2, 3, 4. You can check out anytime you like. You can never leave. 2, 3, 4. Let's go to the ending. Okay, page 9. Pretend you're on this one. Do 4 beats of this and then get down here to 10. So memorize where 10 is. Get your F sharp on. 1, 2. Okay, I'll do 4 beats of this, and then we'll jump down to 10, see if we can get it on in time. 1, 2, 3, 4. 9 and 11. 10s and 9s. 799 coming up. 10. 787. 577. 8. 344. 676. 9. Let it ride. Go get your B minor. How'd we do? Did we mostly get them? Did we hardly get them? To be honest, I've been putting in a lot of time on this. I still can't get that outro to be perfectly smooth. I just am having a hard time getting those notes in myself. Some of you are probably being super successful with it. Bill says you did pretty good. Heck yeah, man. Am I giving you the page turns in the right place? You probably have 1 and 2, and then 3 and 4, and then 5 and 6, and then 7 and 8. I'm assuming, right? So we'll assume that unless you know, everybody probably has their book set up a little bit. But if Bill's getting it pretty good, then we are great, right? Because you know, Bill, right? All right, good job, Bill. Okay. Again, I don't feel like we really need to play through the melody. The melody is dead on, note for note, what the lyrics are. So it's actually, if you're just looking for something to do, you know, if you know the song, you kind of like the song, just play the melody, right? It's just kind of pleasant. I think the notes are. He sings it enough different from time to time where there is debate about which note should be which. But I think overall, for the most part, I've got the things pretty straight. I changed on my personal copy, I changed measure 12, and I probably, if we do this for orchestra, will make one change in 12. But other than that, that same change happens at measure 28. Instead of a 0, I'm playing a 2. So I just raise that up 1 note. And other than that, I don't have any changes to the melody. The same change shows up in 60. So it's the same change. It just shows up 3 different times in the piece. And well, it looks like I got one at 81 as well. All right, so it's got a few times, but it's always the same note. And I just think that Felder sings it different ways each time, and that's why those notes ended up being lower. It just sounds better on the guitar to raise them up. And I'll send you guys a final copy of this when we're all done with it. Okay, let's talk about the intro, and then let's go into the tough uke. The intro, again, I'm pretty sure you're just going to have to memorize it to get it right. You're going to start with a bar on 7 and your ring finger on 9 of the 4th string, okay? And then I have been playing the lower notes with these 2 fingers, if I can, because I think I can get it smoother. So I've got 9, 7, 7, 7, 10, 12, 11, okay? So again, my thumb's moving around, but these 2 fingers are hanging out on strings 1, and then occasionally my thumb will drop down to the 3rd string. So again, a bar on 7, ring on 9, 9, 7, 7, 7, 10, 11, 10, 12, 11, and then they get a little bit of a break, not near as long as I've been giving it. The hard one for me is 4 on the 4th string, 6 on the 3rd string, then another 6 on the 1st string, and then a ring finger up on 7. That to me is the tough one, okay? Whoops. Okay. Again, I don't even like the way I plucked that there. Okay, then you got 2 breaks. You got to get to 2, and then both of these 5s. And I find that challenging too, because you're barring with your pinky basically. after that 5, you got to be on 9, 10, 9 really quickly. Little rest, and you got then the 2s and the 0. Pinky on 4. Now you have this doggone F sharp 7 shape, but it's a G in this case, so we slide it up here. You're going to go 5, 4, 3. 3, 3, 4. Now a regular D chord in measure 6. Measure 7, you're going to go grab this 2, and then you got some zeros under there. 3, 5, 4 is the D minor shape. And then those darn 4, 6s, and 7s again. So getting that as fast and as smooth as you possibly can is probably a little bit of a series of work on that. And I would say do what you can with it, and hopefully you do the best you can. Christy says bar the 2nd fret on measure 2, kind of like an F sharp minor. So on measure 2, bar this measure 2, bar the 2nd fret on. Are you telling me that? Is that true? Bar the 2nd fret on measure 2, kind of like a. Do you mean measure 3? And that probably makes sense. On measure 3, I think is what you meant, Christy. Bar on 2, pinky up here on 5s. Or do you mean this? That doesn't have the same notes. Oh, I see. Now it does. Pinky on 4. And so what Chrissy's doing, instead of playing them on the lower string, she's just moved them up a string, right? I think is what I'm getting from you. It doesn't sound like the right note. Okay, that's another idea. Christy, if you will, if you have a moment, just send me a little note about that, and I will look through the fingering on that and see if that makes a little bit more sense for our final version. I do think there's what's there is really challenging. 4, 6, 6, 7, and she's working on. So she's moved it down a little bit in temp, in pitch, going after the same chord. So yeah, interesting idea, Christy. Let's see if we fuss with that, if that'll make more sense. All right, that's the intro. I'm not sold on the intro overall. I'm not positive you need to do it. So I do think just give yourself a nice big F sharp 7 to get started. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right, so you could start with just a plain old F sharp 7 to get yourself up and running, and then play from 9 on. Okay, let's walk through the whole song from measure 9. Get your B minor on. 1. So we'll strum that. On a dark. I've been raising my bar up just to get to the 0. Desert high, and then putting the bar back down. Way, and then you got to lift everybody up out of the way on this one. 0, 2, 3, and then an F sharp. Cool wind in, and I'm dropping my middle finger here. And then back to the F sharp 7. Just a little tiny bar wah with your middle finger on 3. Here, 2, 3, oh. Nice A chord here. Warm smell of cold leaf. Either roll down or just bar the 2s. Ties, 2, 3, O, turn the page. I got your E chord, full E chord except for the last string. Rising up through the air. Now I'm using my pinky and then moving it over to the 3. I don't know if there's any other solution to that. So you got to move your pinky from 2 to the 3, and then you're set up for the next measure. 3, O, O, 2, 3. G chord here. Don't hit the top string. Tuck your ring finger under. Up ahead in the distance. 0, 2, 3. D chord. I saw a shimmering light. 0, 2, 3. E minor. Use your index and middle fingers. My head grew heavy and my sides grew. Pinky on 3 and then ring finger on 2. Dim, F sharp. I had to stop for the night. 2, 2, 6, and then back to your B minor. There she stood in the doorway. 0, 2, 3. F sharp. I heard the mission bell ring. A chord. Then I was thinking. Okay, go ahead and turn your page to page 3. Give you a second. Okay. Page 30, nice A chord. To myself, this could be E chord with your 2. Heaven or this could be hell. 0, 2, 3. G chord. Then she lit up a candle. By the way, who lights up a candle these days in California? 0, 2, 3. D chord. And she showed me the way. I just love that note there. 0, 2, 3. E minor, index middle. There were voices down the corridor. F sharp. I thought I heard them say 2, 2, 6. Okay. And I know those 5s and 6s are for me, they're a little bit of a bummer. I mean, it's way far away from the other notes that you've been having to play. And probably just memorize where those things show up and then just be ready for them. I think is probably the best idea. All right, measure 41. Here we go with the chorus. Get your ring finger onto the 3 of the second string and then go. Welcome to the Hotel California. Whoops. What did I do? California. Oh, you gotta add your pinky on there. That's what I messed that up. I must have missed it 100 times. Okay, I'm gonna make myself a note. I gotta add the pinky on, plus pinky at the beginning of measure 43. It's a D chord with your pinky on it. That's what you gotta do. All right, start with 41 again. Let's go back to the top of the chorus. Start that again. Okay, let's see. I'm reading Christy's notes here. Pinky does the 4 and the 6. Okay, I got you. Christy transposes this. 6 is the 2s. 7 is the 2s. Oh, so look at Christy figuring all this smart stuff out, right? Way up high, just lower it down. That makes sense, okay? All right, from 41 again. Let's see if I can get the top of this cleaner. Ready, play. Welcome to the Hotel California. 2, 3, strum. 3, such a F sharp. next page. Lovely place, such a, and then just do this A minor shape on 3 with everything open. Lovely face for strum for stairs, and so you can do that. Let's hold both of those measures holding just your A minor shape on 3. Everything works out just hunky dory. There's, now go back to your G chord with both ring and pinky. Plenty of room at the hotel. Go up to 5. Cali, D chord with your pinky. California, 2, 3. D chord, 3. Any E minor, index middle finger on 2. Time of year, any time of year you can. F sharp, but you need your 3, right? And so that 3, how have I been doing this? Oh, this I've been doing a D7 shape with my pinky up here on 7 or on 4. That's what I've been doing. That's exactly what I'm doing. D7, pinky on 4. And then I'm rolling down to the 2 and grabbing your full F sharp. 4, 3, 2, 2. So I think probably at 55, you're just fine playing a D7 and the bottom 3 strings, honestly. You can find it here, 4, 3, 2, 2. Simplify that a tiny bit. That's probably what I'm going to do. D7 on 2, there and there. Because there's no way to hit that melody note otherwise. All right. Whew. How are we doing? Okay, we're going to make it. Let's go on to 57, B minor. This is going to feel just like we played the first section. 1, 2, 3, 4. Her mind is Tiffany twisted. She got her Mercedes Benz 230. She got a lot of pretty. Turn the page. Okay, A chord. Pretty boys. E. That she calls friends. 0, 2, 3. G chord. How they dance in the courtyard. Sweet, let that run. Summer sweat. E minor. Some dance to remember. F sharp. Some dance too far to get to 2, 6. Back to B minor. So I called up the captain. Please bring me my wine. Yeah, probably a D shape on the wrong strings. Measure 77, A chord. We haven't had that Page 6. Spirit here since 1969. 023. G chord. And still those voices are calling from far away. 023. E minor. Wake you up in the middle of the night. F sharp. Just to hear them say. Let's go back to 41. I need the practice. Maybe you do too. G chord. 1, 2, 3, 4. Welcome to the Hotel California. 2, 3, D. Such a lovely place. Such a lovely place. Such a lovely face. There's G chord with both threes. Plenty of room at the Hotel California. 2, 3, D. Any time of year, any time of year, you can find it here. 4, 3, 2, 2. Now we jump to 89. Let's fast forward up to page 6. Feel the stress in your back? That's where I hold mine. I don't know. Pink champagne on ice. We are all just prisoners here. Page 7. Go. Of our own device. G chord. And in the master's chamber. 0, 2, 3, D chord. They gather for the feast. E minor. They stab it with their steely knives, but they just can't kill the beast. B minor. Hope I got the F sharp. Last thing This is the part where I was fighting 105. I don't know how to play this either. Last thing I remember, I was F sharp, running for the door. A chord. I had to find the passage back to the place I was. Page 8. Before. G chord. Relax, said the night man. We are D chord. Programmed to receive. E minor. You can check out any time bum, 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 and then you're here, right? Let's do it. 1, 2, 3. Let's play that page one more time, just to get it out of my system. I think I started on the wrong things. 3, 5, 7, 9. I think I started up too low, didn't I? From measure 121. 1, 2, 3. You know, guys, I almost think that would be fine as the introduction, too. If you don't like the introduction, which I don't, play this as your intro and your outro. Then you've got both sides of it. You know, you got a theme going, right? This is going to be, and then you stop at measure 132. Welcome to whatever it is. Da-da-dum, dum, da-dum. Okay, whatever the lyrics are there. You could use this as your intro. It's a little easier and a little cleaner to play than the intro that I got up there. So I may end up doing that for the final. Huh? That would, because that part is actually more or less playable. Look at me thinking things through. It'd be kind of fun to have it on both ends. And that's it, right? Let me see. Christy said measure 105. Skip the 5th string. Measure 105. See, this is what we keep Christy around. She knows how to play stuff. 105. Oh, 4/4. Oh, 3/3/4/4. Oh, that's a smart idea, Christy. Oh, I like it. So you're in B. You're in B minor. Oh, and just drop that down. Girl's brilliant. Okay, we keep her around for a reason. Yeah. So measure 105, which I have been fighting all along because I put my bar down. I'm leaving the bar. I'm never moving the bar. Right. So go. Last thing. Lose the bar. I them, and then put it back. No, don't put it back. Last thing I remember, I was. Oh, very smart, Christy. Very smart. Lose the bar. Lose the bar. So we're going to cross off that 2 and move index. Nice. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. You're a rock star. All right. What time is it? 9 o'clock. I'm tired. What do you guys think? We good? Tomorrow at the 2:30 session, we'll play this for the last time. We're going to play it one time, and then we're going to throw it away. You know, don't throw it away. Work on it. It's a decent arrangement, and it's a decent song. And then that will be. I mean, we put in a lot of time. 3 full weeks on this song, and hopefully hopefully, no matter how hard it is or no matter what level you're at, you're seeing you got a pretty decent arrangement here, a pretty decent song. I'm going to clean up a few things that I see here that I've changed on my paper, and then get you guys a final copy after tomorrow. It'll be this weekend sometime that I'll finish up, and then send out a note to you guys that have it. If you want to update to my new version, or if you'd rather just hang on to yours that you've got marked up. Sometimes that's easier, especially since you're probably not, well, we're not going to play it until we get back together, and then we can decide as a group whether we want to play this as an orchestra piece. And if you're playing this well, hopefully you're pretty proud of yourself. That's a big, big piece of music. That's 9 pages of misery, and a whole lot of social expectations that you play it a certain way. I don't like songs like that. I'm not a big fan of having society tell me how to make my music. Wanted to give you a note. The song Remember Me from Coco will be a song for next week. I'm typing it up tomorrow, hopefully, maybe Saturday, and then you'll have it by certainly by Monday at the latest. And it's actually a relatively simple, not simple, nothing simple. It's a relatively small song, but it's got a whole lot of cool in it. And so I'm getting that typed up now. I really like how it's flowing. I just feel like it's going to be a nice piece for you. And hopefully you guys will keep logging in. I will tell you, there's 2 or 3 people that have been bugging me. Hey, let's get the orchestra back together. And guys, they where Grant Street is a event center, and it is considered the event center is considered that one segment of society that they're not going to open up till the very end. And so whether we ever get open or not, I don't know. Helen at the center has applied for, or is in the process of applying to the city to let them get permission for us to open up. It's apparently not, it's a case-by-case basis. And unfortunately, as you know, Grant Street is really heavily used by lots of musicians figuring this out. And what I can tell you is there's nothing to figure out until they open up the center. Once the center's open, then we can talk about once we talk about that, once we talk about what opening looks like, then we can talk about whether we can start having you guys there. Maybe half of the group, one time in a group at a different time or something like that. I'm not positive the best thing to do with that. However, that being said, the single biggest thing you can do is work on your stuff here, right? At home, half hour a day. If that means coming to my afternoon session to play whatever we happen to be playing that day, getting your hands on that guitar, feeling them strings, getting comfy with everything. I've gotten to be a much better guitar player over the last 3 months because I'm playing every single day. And I just think that's the biggest favor you could do for yourself. Just continue to get your hands on the guitar. This situation will not last forever, and you want to come out of it feeling a little bit stronger and a little bit better about your skill set. And that means digging into the old songs that you have in your book that you like. That means maybe go grabbing, the songs off of the website and playing through them. Level 3 is really good stuff. If you need songs out of level 4, send me an email and we can chat about it. But I think there's a whole lot of good music in this program, and just getting yourself comfortable and maybe or memorizing a solo. What about that? Every single concert, I want you, somebody, 2, 3 of you, to play solos, so don't be shy about working on that stuff. And of course, I'm doing Zoom lessons with a couple of you, and I want to continue to just see you and make sure you're getting what you need and not just sort of letting this be wasted time. We do have a deadline. We just don't know when it is yet. And so we'll retool. We'll once things are safe again, we'll get started. Final word on that is, if things are not safe, we are not getting together. And right now, if you look at the national news, things are not safe. And so until you're not going to die from some activity that I decide ought to be fun, we're not going to have that activity. So I care about my health and your health. And so we're not going to meet until it's safe and until the center is open. When those 2 criteria are met, in some manner, then I will obviously be getting us back together. Until then, work like heck on guitar. Work at getting better. Work at getting where things are making sense for you. And if things make sense for you, then work on writing a new song. Right? I have to do it. You should do it. Grab a song you like. Start figuring out how to run MuseScore or one of the other software programs. That's a next level skill that everybody ought to probably be thinking about, because they're going to want to do a song that I'm not interested in arranging. And you should begin that process of going through that. If you're at that level, if you're new to guitar, obviously that's not a level for you yet. But I love it when Christy on a regular basis sends me stuff and like, hey, I'm working on this song. And I'm like, well, that's a dumb song. What are you working on that for? No, she always picks great songs. She always picks songs that I wish I'd have done, steal some of the good stuff. And so, if there's a song you want to start figuring out how you can put your own melody, chords, and tough fugue together, tough acts together, let me know, and I'll see if I can give you some suggestions on how to get started on that. Let's see. And Christy is agreeing with me, no rush on opening. I will tell you, I'm a kind of a pessimist on this. I don't think we're going to be safe until next year. That's what I think. If Denver Center Performing Arts thinks we're not going to be safe, I'm betting they're right. And so just know we have 6 months probably where you can and should be trying to work on your solo skills, because these are beautiful pieces we have in this program. So let's get good at them. And then Christy says, move the end to the beginning. Are you for that, Christy? Is that what you're saying? You're like, yes, the end to the beginning. The beginning is stupid. I think that's what she's saying. I'll probably do that. I fall at tough axe writing. Tough axe writing is I don't care how simple the song is. There are parts of that will give you fits, right? Tough axe is a challenge. You want to make sure your melody is up high enough on strings 1 and 2 that you can put some chords underneath them. That's the very basic stuff. But boy, I tell you, every single song gives you fits. And I don't know how many hours I spent on writing Hotel California. I got it pretty close. There's still a few things I want to adjust, but it took hundreds, possibly hours to get it done. And so, there's something you approach. You don't start with Hotel California. You start with something easier. Again, I can give you pointers on that. Christy, I've already given you tons of pointers, and you're doing great on it. So no rush on that. Let's see. Will your new version be easier? Pele, it will not be easier. This song, here's the problem with this song. Everybody knows this song. Everybody expects it a certain way. And no matter what I do, I tried to make it easy. I tried to put it in A minor, which I think would have been a little bit easier. It was a little lower down on the fretboard, but I still ended up with a ton of bar chords in it, even playing it in A minor, and it didn't sound right in A minor. So I can't really simplify it, unfortunately. This is one of those songs where it is what it is, and is very challenging to fix. The only way that you could make it easier would be to go get an electric guitar, put a capo on 7, and play it in E minor. And even then, it's not going to be easy. So I'd say this would be a push piece for lots of you guys. Like, that's too hard for you right now. Play through the melody, be happy with that, and then go back to pieces that are a little bit more in your ballpark. The one thing I did, and I will be honest with you, I did several things wrong on the piano. You see, I got my piano back here, right? It gets a little bit of work, but not near as much as it should. Two big things I did as a mistake on that was, number one, I never memorized anything ever. Not in 10 years of playing piano, I never memorized anything. And guess what happens when I sit down? I played the one song that I wrote, which I have memorized, and that's it. That's all I play. And it's the same song every time I sit down at the piano. It's a cute little ditty I wrote, one of the very first pieces I ever wrote. But that's it. That's all I know on piano. And that's dumb, right? So I do think taking time to memorize a tune on guitar on a regular basis is something that should be a goal of yours. The other dumb thing I did on the piano was I always wanted to play Beethoven sonatas. That's what I wanted to do. Beethoven sonatas and Scott Joplin. That's what I wanted to do. That's what I fought for years to try to bring those under my fingers, and I did not make it because they were too hard. I should have been working on Billy Joel. Instead, I'm working on Beethoven, and it was a dumb idea that I got in my head. Working on the simple stuff is going to be way more valuable down the road than trying to do the hard stuff. You should be playing the level 2 and level 3 songs on a regular basis just to get yourself fluent and get to where you feel good about that. And there's no shame at all in working on simple gifts or Deo or Tom Dooley or whatever those songs are that you want, because you're just getting fluency, right? You're getting where your hands are moving quicker and better. When I started teaching, that's exactly what I had to do, is write out level 1 and then play the heck out of those songs until my fingers would behave. And so is the next version going to be easier? No, it's going to be the same version. I just can't simplify this one. And if this one's too hard, then don't play it, right? Play something a little bit easier. Don't try to push always to places where you're not ready to go quite yet. You'll get there. You'll get there. I know you will. I know how hard all you guys work, and so you'll get there. Let's see. And then Christy said, must have had zombies in it. No, it's called the Dull Men's Club. I am a member of the Dull Men's Club. Dun da 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 dum. Bum ba da bum 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 ba da bum 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 bum. I don't remember the words, but I do remember the melody and the chords. So that's it. That was my first song I ever wrote. I think. I'm pretty sure that was. So, all right. That's it. That's what I got for you. Aspiration piece. Yeah, aspiration piece. You want one piece that's that you're aspiring to. The bulk of your material should be stuff you can really do. Elizabeth says, thanks, Gary. This has stuff you can really do. Elizabeth says, thanks, Gary. This has helped me a lot, especially with bar chords. Write a Beethoven rag. I look forward to. And there you go, right? Tomorrow, last shot at Hotel California. You come in, it will be an open session tomorrow at 2:30. Come and play that. But we're also playing Three Blind Mice, and I can't remember the other two songs we're playing, but we're playing, Go Tell Aunt Rhody. We're playing Go Tell Aunt Rhody. Go Tell Aunt Rhody is one of the great songs of all time. By the way, want to earn a brownie point? Want to earn a gold sticker from Gary? Go grab it, Go Tell Aunt Rhody tonight, and rewrite the words to something nice. I hate the words to that song. It's a dead goose. Her little goslings are crying. She was going to cut the thing up and make a feather bed. The whole thing is violence and murder and mayhem. And I love the melody with all of my heart and soul. So if you want to earn a gold sticker, tomorrow morning when I open my email box up, you're going to have Go Tell Aunt Rhody rewritten with positive aspirational words in it. Okay. And so I'll see you guys tomorrow. Aloha, Pele. Maybe you should teach piano too. Oh, I know. I honestly, guys, I adore piano. I have enough time to get on it, and I love it. And then oddly, this little guy here, just a cheap digital, not a cheap, it's a kind of expensive digital piano, but he sounds great, and I just absolutely adore playing on him. But I just don't have the time. So no piano, harmonica is as much as I'm adding. All right, kids, have a great night. Hopefully, I'll see some of you tomorrow, and then otherwise, look for Remember Me from Coco on Monday, or at least by Monday morning. It'll probably be Sunday. And also, if you have never seen the movie Coco on Disney, go watch it. It's worth it. As a guitarist, you will see why we're doing this song. So, all right. You guys are amazing. Thank you for being here. I will talk to you somewhere down the road. Have a great night, okay? Thanks, everybody.